Mom, I need to do this. These are the words I spoke to my mother during the spring semester of my junior year in high school. These 6 words are very common, and they are used daily without much regards. However, this time, it was more important. It was the time to apply for a position in the Young Scholars Program. Young Scholars Program is a 6-week paid internship program with a scientist. It is funded by the University of Georgia. I wanted to participate in this program because I needed to add more items to my resume, and I wanted a different summer experience. This was one of my life-changing events. This event broke my cycle of routines for my summers. Typically, I spend summers, breaks, weekends, and afternoons working at my parents' restaurant. The daily routines revolved around the 3 locations: home, school, and restaurant. Needless to say, I avoided the restaurant because it was consuming my life. I felt like a sailor on a sinking ship being attacked by a kraken. Regardless of my attempts, I have always arrived at the belly of the beast. The irony of this situation was the fact that this restaurant held the roof of my house, clothed me, and fed me. I detested my own lifeline. I felt trapped. When my friends invited me to go to movies or any events, every invitation was replied with my absence. I was obligated due to the fact that I'm the eldest son. In the area where my family is from, the eldest son was the one who pulls the most weight out of the siblings. My situation is a little more different. As the first generation of immigrants, I wasn't following in my parents' footsteps. I was trailblazing beside them. On one typical day in school, my friend Narky Norton asked, "Hey, are you applying to the Young Scholars Program?" At first I replied no, but something in me invoked this next question. "When is the application due?" "Friday." "That's in 3 days." "You still have time." "Where do I get the application, Miss Ziegler?" So the race was on. That day, I made a decision that will affect my parents as well, because they'll be short one employee, and their son will begin his independence. In the back of my mind, I knew that this was a must because I was running out of time. I was thinking, if I can at least get my foot in the door, they'll at least have to let me pursue. At least, I wanted to say, I tried. This program will show me a world beyond the restaurant. It will let me get a sample of the scientific fields which might captivate my interest, so it might show me a career option. The benefits of the program rippled through my thoughts. When I listened to my heart and mind, neither the mind nor the heart uttered the restaurant. I know that there is a world beyond the small town of Tifton, Georgia. I had no intentions of being shackled to the restaurant and this small town. This opportunity fell into my lap for a reason. Surprisingly, Mother's resistance was non-existent. She supported my decision when I gave her my reasons. Mother understood that I was performing damage control since I wasn't able to participate in extracurricular activities due to the restaurant. On the due day of my application, nothing went right. I was late to school and I was panicking because I was still short one recommendation letter. The applications were to be picked up at noon, and my last recommendation letter wouldn't be ready until after the pickup time. When I told Ms. Ziegler of the situation, I was told to deliver my application myself to the Tifton campus of UGA. The last bell rang at 3:15, and the application was due at 4 p.m. With enough determination and luck, I submitted my application in on time. The die has been cast. On the orientation day of my job, I met my mentor and boss, Dr. Glenn Ritchie. He was a researcher for crop and soil sciences. Sadly, I didn't get a position I wanted. I wanted to work in the engineering department because I thought that engineering was my niche. From a young age, my favorite toys were Legos, models, and anything that required assembly. In high school, my favorite projects were engineering related, such as balsa bridge building or rocket building. My best friend Chip Ziegler received the engineering position since he had priority due to the fact that he was a returning scholar. Despite the disappointment, I still approached this unexpected turn of events optimistically. The summer was brutal. I had to be at work by 7 in the morning and work till 4 in the afternoon. Almost every day we would take research data out in the fields under blazing sun while swarmed by gnats. Despite the brutal working conditions, I loved it. I earned my first real paycheck and I was doing something other than restaurant work. The program fulfilled my intentions of alternative summer experience, a transition from working indoors to outdoors, from working for parents to working for the state, from taking drink orders to taking data on cotton variety. When I applied to the University of Georgia, I received my acceptance letter in February, while most other regular admissions received theirs in March and April. I'm certain that my emphasis on my participation of the Young Scholars Program helped. The program fulfilled its intentions. Recruitment for the University of Georgia. When the acceptance letters came, I ultimately chose University of Georgia.